Oh, yeah. It's hard work, determination.
All right, we are now being joined by Featherweight World Champion Adrian Mckee.
AJ, over here to your right. First and foremost, congratulations on the win. I know this is something that you've envisioned for a long time, and as you sit up there right now, I mean, does it feel as sweet as you expected it to?
Yeah. It's been 22 years in the making, so man, to do it the way I did it, I said I was gonna do it in a stylistic fashion, you know. Done in one. When I rocked him, I was just like, that's it. I just knew it, you know. After the head kick, I hit him with that uppercut, and I don't know. I saw him quit. He didn't need it anymore. But like the ref says, don't stop punching until I tell you to. Shout out to 50. Woo.
You made your Bellator debut in April 2015, and you talked about numerous times in the past how Pitbull was the guy that you always had your sights set on. So when you envisioned that fight over time throughout the years, I mean, was that what you expected here tonight, a quick finish like that, or did you think that it was going to be more of a battle?
Honestly, I dreamt the fight. I knew I won the fight. I prayed about it, and same night I had a vision. So I knew I had victory, but it wasn't the dream that I had, which is peculiar. So looking into it now, maybe that's the 155-pound title that I saw, you know, and I don't know. I'm just enjoying this moment, man. I knew it was gonna come. Just having favor in Most High and just staying prayed up and blessed up, you know. This is His moment, shine through me.
And everybody's always referred to your stardom as star potential, and I think tonight people saw that you are a star. That crowd out there was wild. You're the #1 trending topic in the United States right now on social media. Ooh. I mean, were you even surprised at the ovation you got out there and everything that transpired?
Nah, I knew it, man. I sold more in tickets than I get paid. Like, I knew this whole arena was there for me, but, you know, it's just phenomenal to have that much support. You know, the only thing that could compare to that was when Alima Lay fought in Hawaii and I was on her card. So I knew what kind of to expect from the crowd, you know, and it was just surreal, man, to have all those people there just behind you, you know what I mean, doing it not just for you, your family, yourself, but for the city. And man, it's just a blessing.
You mentioned you waited 22 years for this, and that is not a long time. When you think about, you know, how long other champions have waited to become champions. So what's next? You have a long career ahead of you.
Champ. You know, technically these are one. So for me, it's to make this become two. Yeah, that's the next step, you know. Being at 145 pounds isn't the easiest. Maybe we get some super fights going, but I'm pretty much done with the division at 145 pounds. So hop up to 155 pounds, you know. He's the best 145er. Was the best. I've pretty much been saying it, you know. Now people are seeing it. People are believing it. I am the best 145-pounder in the world. Whether it's UFC, 1FC, PFL, I don't care who it is. I got $1 million cash in my bank. I'm willing to put that up against anybody else. You know, I'm sure Showtime, Bellator, they'll match it. Let's do some super fights. Let's get some big stuff going. Let's change this sport like I've been saying. We can do it. Unify these belts.
Was this your last featherweight fight?
Depends. Depends. It honestly depends. It depends on who steps up to the line. You know what I mean? Health is key. Making 145 pounds it's I can do it. You know what I mean? But as I get older, as I get bigger, as I get stronger, as I become more of a man, obviously it's gonna get harder and harder and harder. So I've been wanting to move up. COVID, so forth, things have come into play to where it's kept me here a little bit longer than I expected. But man, God's timing is perfect timing, and I'm enjoying it all, embracing it all in this moment.
And sometimes we see fighters or celebrities, you know, get their fame real young and kind of lose themselves. How do you plan on staying grounded?
I lost myself before the fame came. Straight up. So, yeah, I'm ready. Embrace it all, you know, live your best life and just stay focused, man. And like I said, man, this wasn't my victory tonight. This was a man upstairs. This was his victory.
AJ right here. Did you have nachos backstage?
I did not.
It's all good.
And my dad ate my damn Snickers. I was looking forward to it, but he ate it, so I'm bummed.
Can you talk about the team you had with you? Obviously, Dad was in the corner, but I saw Rampage Jackson, who obviously you've known for such a long time since you were a kid. Can you talk about your corner?
So my corner, Pops, he's always the head. Rampage was the second. He's been there through this journey watching me. I remember when he was fighting in his Pride days, we'd go up to Big Bear. He was doing his camps up there. And just watching him, So from that, and then him putting on his own amateur shows to being able to fight on the amateur shows, winning his amateur division. And that was the fight Scott came to. So I didn't even know who Scott was at the time. But just to have people there in the audience scoping you out like that, you know what I mean? And just feeling and knowing what I was capable of. Like, I'm going to go put on a show, and I'm going to steal the show, and I'm going to be a champion. Like, that was the goal that night, you know what I mean? That was the goal tonight. And it's nice to see all the hard work pay off.
Can you talk a little bit, were you able to exchange any words with Pitbull after the fight? Anything else?
Yeah, he said he wasn't out. Maybe he wasn't satisfied, but I could put him out again. He's got that 55-pound title, so like I said, champ. I want all them belts.
I know competitively you obviously want that strap, but personally, the rivalry, is it, as they say, is it over? Or is it, do you feel like there's still more to be said between you two, even if he wasn't the champion, for example?
He's not satisfied. We can do it again. I got no problem. He didn't land a punch. I'll give you another opportunity.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How you doing, sir? Real quick question. What are you going to do with that big giant check? I mean, like literally the check. Are you going to frame it?
Frame it for sure. I don't know. Might auction it, something. Who knows? We'll figure it out one day. Figure it out one day.
If you do, make sure you make it like a TikTok video of you going to the bank and trying to deposit it.
That big ass thing? Will they even take it?
You're the champ. I don't know.
Will they? They're gonna be like, sign them back. I'm gonna be like, there's no spot for that. Like.
Also, the head kick, is that something you always envisioned from the very first time you saw Pitbull fight, or is it very particular to this camp?
Yeah, no, it wasn't the head kick, but I knew it was going to be a left kick. We have video footage of me saying, quoted, it will be a left kick, either the body or the head. So maybe we can release that too now. Like I said, it's just adapting while you're in there and being able to dissect things. I knew he watched me training in the backstage, so he was going to stay to the right and kind of keep his distance and watch the teep kicks coming forward. So I thought I'd switch it up, show him my absolute lengthiest range, and tell him if he comes forward that something tragic's going to happen. So I was throwing the John Jones kicks to his knees, let him know, like, if you come in here, you're going to have to deal with something. And then he threw that one jab, and that was it. He was like, geez, he read that. You know what I mean? So it was just keeping him at bay. That was the key, And then I start attacking the outside leg. He didn't like that outside leg kick, and that was only one of them. So from there, he started circling to the opposite way. At that point, now I'm thinking attacks left side, but he was so focused on the left hand, he didn't think anything about the kicks.
AJ Mckee, 18-0. Every victory's been in Bellator. It's a rarity these days. Would you say with confidence, $1 Million Man, that you are the face of this promotion?
Hands down. Hands down. I've been here. I've been the man since I stepped in this cage.
Of these three names at 145, who would you say would be the biggest challenge for you?
None of them.
Max Holloway, Brian Ortega, or Alex Volkanovski?
I would say Max Holloway. That was always my dream fight, super fight as a kid. I've watched him just pick apart people. But at the end of the day, like I said, I'm the best 145-pounder in the world. The world. I don't care who it is. I'm going to show up and show out every time.
What's the first thing you're going to purchase with that $1 million?
Can I please? GT2 RS, baby? Is that or a Ducati? I keep trying to get that or a Ducati, but he doesn't want me on two wheels. So I don't know, man. I really don't know. We'll see. I read that quote, if you can't buy it 10 times, don't buy it. So that GT2 RS, I need about another $3 million. So I don't know yet. We'll see. We shall see. I really have no idea. I haven't even processed that yet.
AJ, congratulations.
Thank you.
My favorite part of your walkout was when you threw all the money. Whose idea was that? Was that your idea?
Yeah, actually, well, I think Pops came up with it, you know. We call him the wizard. He comes up with all kind of things. Especially me just trying to be the money man, you know what I mean? Trying to set the bar high and show people, like, at the end of the day, the money isn't the motive, but it's nice to have it in the bank. So, you know, I think that's going to be my new thing, making it rain when I walk out.
And when I talked to you before the fight, I asked you what's going to be your celebratory dinner. What is the first thing you're going to do once you leave this venue? Is it going to be popping bottles of champagne, or do we have Krispy Kreme on the way already?
Well, we already popped one bottle, so we might as well keep it going. I got a little after party going, so I'm going to go hang out with all my friends and family and just enjoy the night. Maybe get some Mastros on the way delivered there. We'll see.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's Gareth and then Josh.
AJ, congratulations.
Thank you.
You're a stupendous young champion. Obviously, you're thanking the Lord as well for your victory, but maybe you could say a few words about your father. He's always by your side. We all know him. He never stops talking about you. But maybe you could say about getting to this point and what it would have been like without having him in your
I don't think I'd be here without him. Actually, I wouldn't be here without him. That's a fact. Just going through the things that I went through early on, he's kind of just sat by my side and let me take my own course, you know? He's not like a parent that's going to tell you, you have to do this, you have to do this. Like, at the end of the day, he never wanted me fighting because he knows what this sport is about. Him being a first-generation fighter coming in making $50, fighting in wrestling shoes. Like, it was a different world, you know what I mean? To now, we got $1 million checks. There's actually a reasonable amount of money in the sport. So, he's like, man, you're different, but you have to realize you're different and put the work in. If you don't put the work in, then it's like you're just wasting your talent. So over the years, he's just kind of kept me by his side, by his side until, like, I'd say about, last 6 months? 6 months ago, he gave me the clear to just become my own man. And I can honestly say, when I look in the mirror now, I look and I'm like, damn, you are becoming your own man at 26. Like, doing things on your own, you know what I mean? Taking care of my 15-year-old brother. So it's like I'm taking on roles where you don't have time to be a kid and to mess around and play, you know what I mean? You gotta just focus, buckle down, and just, man, adapt. You know, that's the key to life. It's the key to fighting. You know, when things get rough, when things go hard, what are you gonna do? Either you fold, give in, or you bite down and you buckle up.
Finally, for me, do you intend to stay as active as you possibly can?
Definitely.
Like 3-4 times a year?
Definitely. If I'm knocking people out first rounds, run it back. Let's go 2 months from now. What's up? Especially if I'm going up to 55s. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, AJ, congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, you talked about the fight before that, you know, your grandfather Lefty had his commemoration in your house and your dad had a championship belt, and now you have that as well. Can you just talk about what that means to you?
Man, it's just, this is the beginning to my legacy. And now I could go get my picture taken, you know what I mean? Put mine next to my dad's, you know? I've stared at that thing for years. Like, I'm gonna get that one day. I'm gonna get that one day. Even my amateur belts, like, they're cool, but this is something different right here. You know, this is it's all his hard work, all my hard work, and it's all put together. The time, the days in, the days out, the hard work, the blood, the sweat, the tears, like everything all together. So I don't know, man. It's surreal. I still haven't. How many names are on this? 16. That's the one. That's going right above my bed. We can put this one in the gym, Dad. But this one going above my bed.
And you're 26, and you're just now entering in your physical prime. I asked you before the fight, do you feel like a man? And you said, yeah, you know, you're starting to feel physically like a man. How much better of a fighter can you be 5 years from now than you are today?
That's a good question. I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. You know, keep reaching new plateaus. Stay in the gym. I'll be in the gym Monday. No days off, you know. That's, even though I won a world championship, like, right back in the gym. I got teammates that need me. They need to learn. They need to adapt and evolve as well. So And like I said, I'm the older one in the gym. Jesus, like, you know what I mean? Like, I was always that young kid. So, like, now I'm the older one. Like, I got to motivate these guys and show them, like, this is how you become the best. The countless days in, the countless hours. So, that's what I'm looking forward to, is getting back in the gym and sitting down with my father, my manager, and see what's next. Sit down with Bellator as well.
Last thing for me, can you share your day with us? Where did you sleep? Where'd you wake up? What'd you think about? How'd you feel before this moment, hitting the forum and knowing what was in front of you?
I woke up. I tried to go downstairs and eat. Funny thing, 11:11 is what time we got downstairs. The guy closed the restaurant. No, you guys can't sit down and eat. So I had to go get food. And I'm like, man, like, whatever. Like, I'm not missing breakfast. This is a must. So we went to go grab some food, came back, ate the food, went to sleep, woke up, stressed out about some tickets a little bit because, I don't know, I'm like my dad. I stay busy, and in the chaoticness, we find comfort, which is kind of weird. You know what I mean? It keeps our mind busy and focused on everything else besides what we need to focus on. But in the back of our mind, we're still focused the entire time. So, like, I just kept doing things after and after and after, you know, one after another. Got the tickets taken care of. Got the sweatsuits taken care of for everybody. Got dressed. What did we do? Then we went downstairs, hopped on the bus, came to the venue, and that was it.
Once you got here, you felt at home?
Oh, yeah. Once I got here, I went out and saw the arena, saw how many people were here. I wanted to just kind of embrace it, you know what I mean? Just to know how much went into this moment, you know, from Showtime to Bellator to all my friends, my family, like, they're all here. So I just wanted to go out there and show them some love beforehand and get warmed up, man. It's motivation, you know, just embracing it. And I think that's the big key, is a lot of fighters aren't able to embrace it. So that's a big key, is embrace it, embrace it, embrace it. Like, I love the cameras now.
All right, last two questions. One from Randall.
AJ, back here. You talked about the 7 O's, at, you know, the one at the end of the checks, your one at the end of your record. Now you finally accomplished that. How do you feel?
I feel accomplished, but I'm ready for another goal, you know? Like the song I wanted to walk out to, Hippie Sabotage, it's never enough. It's never enough, you know? Till I'm making them Floyd checks, 100 mil, it's never enough. And even when I make that, it's still not enough.
Now, Rampage talked about
track.
that you would be your dad's revenge on this sport. Do you feel like you've done that already?
Nah, this is just the beginning. We are finally getting the respect and recognition we deserve, but now you got a price to pay for the disrespect. Nothing goes unsolved.
First of all, big congratulations. You
Thank
did it.
you.
I gotta ask you this. Where do you place yourself on the pound-for-pound list of all divisions?
Number one. Number one.
And then Scott mentioned that you're thinking of boxing. He mentioned the Paul brothers. But realistically, look, Bellator is on Showtime. Showtime have a lot of boxing. Which Showtime fighter would you be interested in fighting?
Floyd.
And what would happen in that fight?
I would have a lot of respect for him. Straight up. I'm the best at my sport. He's the best at his sport. I would just enjoy sharing that moment with him. You know what I mean? He's like my dad. I call my dad my antique. If you're going hard with my antique in the gym, I'm going to fuck you up. Straight up. Be careful. You hurt my antique, we got a problem. So it's like these younger guys that aren't in the sport like that, no disrespect, but they have something to prove. I don't have anything to come into this boxing sport and prove against Floyd. Like, it's just me wanting to be acknowledged as the best in my sport and sharing a moment with another great in his sport. And that's where I would enjoy that moment. And hopefully it'll happen one day. He told me he doesn't fight anymore, so I'm like, all right, cool. But you never know, man. You never know.
My last question. You looked at your phone. How many text messages, how many phone calls have you gotten since the fight ended?
Shit, I'm still scrolling, dog.
Congratulations.
Should we check this one?
Oh, 2 phones.
Yeah, that's more problems.
You're going to get back to everybody?
Look, you saw how far I was scrolling? This is the phone nobody's supposed to have. Fuck, bro.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, AJ.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. For sure.